How's it going, everybody? How are you? I hope you're doing well. Fix a couple of things. Right. Back to world quests. Right, so... Hi. No forgiveness, no deliverance. Remind me what we're doing. Amber, your timing could not be better. Declan Khan has finished speaking with the rescued clergyman and will be here shortly to share his findings. Lord Emmerich too is on his way. Let us wait for them. Oh right, priest thing stuff. Yeah, it's all coming back. I wonder what the connection will be with this. Dracluncamp, we thank you for making the inquiries on our behalf. 'Tis no imposition in the very least. As I said, I am glad to do all I can. So 'tis our understanding that those we escorted back were all closely acquainted with the Inquisitor who turned. Like him, they too had been subject to harassment by certain quarters of the populace. Is that correct? Is this correct? It is, I am afraid, and they are far from they are far from alone. Men of the cloth were once afforded respect and deference as servants of Halone, but now they are openly reviled by many. We were too conflict in procuring trouble lies. This is true, but we too were misled. We too are victims, yet we are regarded by some as criminals. Well, I do understand the people's anger, but it saddens me to think that they would thus slash out at their fellow men, especially when we need sultry most of all. I cannot read. Though I can imagine their plight, I would not presume to fully grasp your pain. Will you tell us of the challenges you and yours have had to face since the war's end? Like all sons and daughters of Ishgard, we dreamed of a peace in our lifetime. But now that it has come, we find that we have little cause to rejoice. Our faith has been the foundation of our lives, and overnight that foundation has been crippled by fractures beyond repair for some. To learn that we had been deceived, and that we had unwillingly deceived others in turn, was devastating. We had once been shepherds to men, found ourselves lost lambs, bereft of solace and wanting for guidance. We have languished in darkness, all of us. Yet I have faith. the church will redeem itself, that we will find a new path, and again become a beacon of hope for our people. I see. Thank you for sharing with us your testimony. Your testimony has confirmed our suspicions. According to to our allies, that which caused the people to turn is none other than their despair and anguish. If it wasn't before, it is now Read! Oh god, I hear alert. Hello! Welcome! Thank you for the raids! You snuck in! Hi! Sneaky honks! Welcome in, best wife and switch. I thought I had an alert for raids. Do I not have an alert? I didn't hear anything. I just went upstairs. Where was I? Why members of the clergy are among the transformed. That you did not, I believe, is due to your unwavering faith in the church. In light of this, we would ask you your continued cooperation. Of course, anything to help my brethren. Now that that is established, the cause, that leaves the mystery of Finier's identity. The progenitor of these troubles. Could he too have been a man of the cloth? From what I recall of his garb, I doubt it. He was dressed in the common fashion, and quietly against the cold besides. 'Tis said that something of an individual may remain in the blasphemy's influence is its behavior. If we can determine what incites drive from Finier, we may learn who it once was, and this knowledge, I believe, will prove vital in our efforts to stop it. I can read. Reading is a thing I can do. I'm very good at it. Clem, we ask that you reach out to your fellow clergymen. Please do what you can to ease their anxieties. Understood, as I have ever done. I shall provide what comfort I can to those in need. Meanwhile, we must make it a priority to identify the blasphemy. To that end, I would seek out more eyewitnesses. The Haplan is a busy place at any given time. Some ordinary citizens are bound to have been present as the tragic event unfolded. I propose that we make inquiries at the pillars. If you could attend to the Haplan, Lord... oh god, I can't say his name. Artwell, and I will look in the surrounding areas. I apologize for my very bad reading skills. That's visual. Hello. No, I didn't see that dragon, nor would I wish to. Frightful as it sounds. They say it wasn't a Dravonian attack, but if not, then what was it? Okay. Helpful. Hello, sir. I wasn't present at the incident at the Hopland, but the poor young man, but the young man poorly dressed for the cold that I did see. I recall him well because, aside from Saint Valderu, was searching for him. He was a patient at the infirmary, and by coincidence had the same name. Oh, okay. The dragon has appeared at the Hopland Eye. I saw it with my own eyes. One moment an Elzen, the next a terrible beast. He was horrific, I take it. Oh god. Ugh. That scared me. What? Oh, hello! Thank you for the follow! That I did hear. Thank you! Hello! Thank you for the follows, everyone. I appreciate it. Do you like my cute little dragon, by the way? he dances occasionally. Was lurking in Pam's and suddenly here. That sounds like a thing that would happen. I've often lurked in Switches and Pam's streams, and then I go to make tea, I come back, and I'm somewhere else. I'm like, oh, okay. There you are, Amber. Did you search the yard? Did your search yield any fruit? I didn't see any fruit, but I got information. A patient of the Firmament's infirmary, you say? Among those with whom I spoke, no one claims to have witnessed the individual fitting that description. A man working in a super who did not seem to feel the cold. If he had wandered straight out from the infirmary, it would explain his state of attire. Yes, I dare say we have found our blasphemy, but to think that his name sounds should be Verdugo? It is the same as the former Heavens Ward Commander Serval del Ramsti? Oh god. From whom the infirmary is named. Sir Vandu, however, retired from his station at the ripe old age some years ago. This is not like to have been him. In any case, we have a lead. I shall head to the infirmary at once. Pray wait for me at the broom. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, to the broom. I see the destination. This is Lovric, the aide who was in charge of Verdul. I don't know how to say his name. I'm gonna give up on I'm not gonna ever pronounce his name. Have you found him? Please say you have. We have not, I'm afraid, but we seek to, and hope that you can tell us more about him. May we ask how he came to be at the infirmary? He is found by a patrol in the Central Highlands. After being treated for his hurts, he was brought to us for big word. Calvassine? What? Is that another way of saying counseling? No. Calvanicine? Being in the prime of his years, he had been doing well. But then... Prime of his years, by all accounts, he is no old man. It seems safe to assume this isn't Sir Van Drew. Oh no, he's definitely a different person, as I told Lord Ertmile. And though he gave his name as Verdrul, he seemed rather confused, and we had no means to confirm his identity. In his state, he shouldn't have been wandering about on his own. Please, you must find him. I mean, we should probably tell her that she's transformed into a beast. The man who recently turned into a beast at the Hopland, we regret to say it, may have been Verldun. I'm doing the caster roll quest too. Just picked level 88 one. Oh, nice! You're ahead of me then. Because I think I'm at the very start of this. I've also started the healer one just because I can do both. So I'll be swapping between them. Oh, that's cute. Is that a little dog? I can't tell what the emote is. That's cute though. Hi, welcome in. First time viewer. I'm getting a lot of first time viewers. I like it. Thank you guys. What? No? How can this be? Is there aught you can tell us? There are things he may have said, or done while in your care. still unconscious, he would often ramble, though most of it was in incoherent. He mentioned the Archbishop many times. Oh no. Oh. And he spoke of the Bishop too. Bishop Trinox. I assume he was the poorest man given this. I see. Thank you for your cooperation. We will continue our investigation, and should it be confirmed that what became of any information, we will inform you forthwith. Let us return to the gun station for now. Oh, running into a pillar. It's always good when you run into pillars. To the starter's room, I should be glad to show you in. Thank you. The mystery remains, but we are one step closer to identifying the man who became Frenier. Indeed, though he did not at first appear to be a member of the clergy, his words betray the fervent faith. And how curious that he should speak not only of the Archbishop, but Bishop Varax specifically. Perhaps he was personally acquainted with his grace. Perhaps. In light of the possibility, I believe we should speak with him directly. Agreed. I will request an audience, but his grace has many demands upon his time. It may be a while before we are seen. Should you have other business, pray feel free to attend to them in the meantime. Oh look, I have no other business, I'm gonna do another one. Remember, excellent timing as ever. Draconclan has just sent word that the Archbishop Bergson will see us now, by which I mean right this instant. This is extremely short notice, I know, but it would not do to miss the opportunity to learn how he and Verdru may be connected. Not wishing to keep his grace waiting, Lord Emmerich is already on his way to St. Ramel's Cathedral. Come, let us hurry there ourselves. cathedral. My lords, I am so sorry. I informed His Grace that you were making your way hither, but shortly before you arrived, he recalled that he had urgent business and had to leave the cathedral at once. He can't have gotten. He can't have yet gone far, though. So if you wish to search for him in the hopes that you can steal a moment of his time. To grant an audience, only to depart with such haste, what business could be so pressing? It doesn't look like he's this way. Downstairs then. Oh, I see him. Well, no. That even the savior of Ishgard should be here. Your Grace, perhaps 'tis simply our misunderstanding, but we were under the impression that you had granted us an audience. Lord Speaker, rest assured, I was just about to return to the cathedral. There is no need, Your Grace. 'Tis not too long. As you may have heard, we are investigating the young man named Verdrul. Is he known to you? No, I can't say he is. With the exception of the former Archmandrit, I am sure I know no one by that name. I'm gonna get an echo of you lying to me, aren't I? But mine and the Archbishop's are known to many, yes? Perhaps this youth took inspiration from the public services over which we presided. Goodly soul that he is, full glad that I am his faith was a comfort to him in sickness, and I pray to Helone that he will soon be found in good health. Now then, if there is nothing else, I shall return to my duties. Oh. Call it! You're lying! You're lying! You're lying to me! What's the truth? Boy. This is gonna get a bit weird. Fear not, Your Eminence. I shall carry out your legacy. Oh no. We have completed our preparations as per your instructions. But are you certain this will work? It will. It must. Lord Emmerich spoke the truth when he received the Archbishop sought primal powers to strengthen the people's faith. I could not bring myself to believe it, not at first, but in the course of cataloging his Emeritus Purse's effects, I came upon his journal. Therein, he had written that through Ardrat's ether and further prayer, it is possible to make gods of men. God. All the power we require lies in this place, this Azazlan. By channeling the essence? Elements into the soulless flesh and sword we found. Oh God. We shall summon forth King Thornton and his knights 12, and by his blessing Ishard shall be restored to its former glory. Dude. Why? There's no hope for this church, right? You guys are idiots. I'm just putting this on record. You guys are absolute idiots. Why would you do this? What is this? It's just an ordinary man. Scarcely changed from before. Nope. His eminence, I must protect. Oh, we have a cloud. No. This isn't right. Confound it. Perhaps I overlooked something. I must return to the Holy See and review the journal. And you're just gonna leave this man here. Okay. Grace, what should we do with this thing? Oh God, she's... Hold that person, please. Leave it. This is a failure without use or value. The denizens of this place will deal with it soon enough. Oh my God. Dude. Well, Ember, are you well? Were you perchance granted a vision of the past? Yep. An attempt? Summoning of King Thornton and his knights 12? Your Grace, you should know full well that summoning is strictly forbidden. You will accompany us to the congregation and explain yourself. And he's gonna run away. Or shout at us. I've dedicated my life to the church. Conducted my affair. Oh God. Auto-scrolling, no! Took from us, tore everything down to find us. You can't know how it feels. your very existence rejected, to be forsaken by your community, and blah blah blah. And to oh god. No place. I refuse to accept it. Do you hear me? I refuse! Oh, go Emmerich! Nice! Emmerich's so cool. Your grace. No! That it should have come to violence yet again. Would that your hand had not have been forced, my lord. Declan Cam should not be alone at this time. I shall remain with him while tending to the aftermath. When things have settled, I will return to the Clergaton. Pray go on ahead and get some rest. At least you're still the other guy, right? Unless he turns into a thing and wants revenge now too. No. That could be a thing. Yep. How fares the Deercon? Well enough, given the circumstances. Though understandably shaken, he is more determined than ever to help his fellows. Oh, good. Truly, he is possessed of a strong heart. But to think that even a member of the Scout should succumb to despair and turn. The crisis gripping the church is far greater than I had imagined. In pushing for such an abrupt separation from religion to state, we may have expiated the growing divide between the clergy and the general populace. Amber, will you recount in full that which you witnessed in your vision? Sure? That he should seek to use one of the Alleg's unholy abominations to create a primal. Yet, that which manifested was not like the being you fought, but rather retained the form of a man, one driven by the desire to protect the Archbishop. We may safely assume the Bishop did not have sufficient ether. Bereft of Nidhogg's eye, the sword Action no longer has such power. Nor does the warring triad remain to be harnessed, thanks to your valiant intervention. But if the summoning failed, how did the clone come to possess life, and what purpose drives it? Lack of ether notwithstanding, the necessary components were presented for a summoning. Perhaps a ritual in itself was a success, and the vessel, through imperfect, arose as a champion for the Archbishop. Yet, how did he come to be in the central highlights? You believe that this clone and the man who became the blasphemy are one and the same. It's merely speculation. Yet, considering what we know of the clone and Valdoon, it would seem a likely possibility. Whatever the truth may be, it will not elude us forever. But first, I must lay the groundwork for the next phase of our investigation. God's permitting, I have news to share ere long, so pray look in on us when you can. This next level 8, it is. Okay, right, let's go do Alamegan Quarter. Do the healer quest. Right, I subscription to my scholar. No, that's my summoner. That's my scholar. Ferdola's gonna be in this one. Neat! We were hoping you'd stop by. I show you to Commander Aldin at once. You're a welcome sight as always, Lieutenant. Aye. There's a lot happened since last we spoke. We Silver Griffins have been busy. As have I and my men, but I'm afraid we've little to show for our efforts. Although we've been searching high and low for the blasphemy, we've seen hide nor hair of it. Unfortunately, everything else has been better luck. We received report of a lesser beast throughout Garabania, and putting them down is as important as hunting the blasphemy that got away. To complicate matters, rumors have been circulating that these beasts were the Skull's kin. While was true of the recent incident in Alleghina, we cannot have people jumping to conclusions, given what they might feel tempted to do. It has been suggested that we take these individuals into custody for their own protection, as much as safety to others, but that would only isolate them even further and given credence to the rumors. The recent unrest has hindered the efforts of the Silver Griffins to no end. Therefore, I ask that you aid them in their endeavors and see if there is aught that can be done. Also, you'll be joined by another volunteer. Try not to be too surprised. I thought I felt my ears burning. There she is. Hi, Fredola. I said I did not need a keeper, but did they bloody listen? Did these blockheads? Come on, don't be like that. This is what we agreed on to. Besides, you never know when you might have need of a healer, and there's none better than Amber. He's right. You've earned a measure of trust, and this shouldn't be taken to mean otherwise. Thick as thieves, are we now? Then there's no need to be for this sodding collar. We all know it's not coming off anytime soon. But this is how it is to be, then fine. So long as she keeps out of my way. Ow! I thought we were friends, Fredola. I want you two to visit the Silver Griffin's headquarters in Algina. Several relatives of Carl Lupin have agreed to meet with them, and we could use a measure of protection. Someone so much as mentions the skulls, I will deal with it. Understood? Let's get this over with. She's as much at risk of turning as anyone. Maybe even more so. You don't need the echo to see the weight she's carrying. Still got to handle on her own echo either. Sometimes the visions come without warning, and with such force that it's all she can do to stay standing. There's no telling what might happen when she comes face to face with the families of former comrades. So look out for her, please. I wish there was more that I could do for her myself. I ship Aaron Bola for Dola. They're so cute. But we've got our own duties, and I'll see them through to the end. Oh, I accidentally clicked out of the game. Good job, me. We must stop. We must. Oh god. So must we all. Follow Ferdola's lead. We're counting on you both. But be ready to step in, even if she curses you for it. I mean, I'm pretty sure she'll curse me anyway, regardless. Oh, I got the Xenos mount. She's not talking. I had a feeling Rabon would send you, Amber, but as for her, if you have any complaints, take it with the commander. No, it's fine. Truth be told, ever since the day in the Royal Palace, I've been thinking. Stop. I don't want to say it, and I don't want to hear it. To the matter at hand, then, we Silver Griffins have been working to support the relatives of the Central Lupin, but one family has gone missing. A mother and her parents, who live together under the same roof. One of ours paid a visit, but they were nowhere to be seen. When they were inside to check, they found the house had been torn to shreds. Thick branches in the floor and the walls, made by a beast's claw by the look of them. You think they turned? Aye. There's that's the most likely explanation. Please, do what you must before anyone else gets hurt. There's no time to waste. I'll head west, you head east. Okay. Hey, I got the big chocolate. Get that cake. Get it. Get the cake. I love it. I love this man so much. Stick it in. You can't get the cake. You trying? Lucky! Maybe I should summon my fairy. That would help. Crumpled letter. In the dirt, you spy a envelope containing a crumpled, turn-stained letter. Reads, Dear Mother, I hope this letter finds you well. Time is short, so I must keep this brief. Although I've never done anything to make you proud. I promise you things will be different when the war is over. Until then, take care, and know that I love you with all my heart. Piecing the letters of the envelope. Piecing the letters back into the envelope, you turn your attention to finding the others. Okay. Oh, I went past it. found a wedding ring. You discovered what remains of a wedding ring. The name and date engraved inside. With seemingly no more clues to be found, you decide to report to Reprieve. Are you able to find anything? Yep. They got a letter and a ring. Here you go. Then it was as we feared. I found and killed the turd. It was carrying this. A matching ring will deliver the effects to their next of kin and arrange for a funeral, or as close to one as possible in his circumstances. There's no changing the past. We'll always carry it and the scars, but there's no matter who we were or what we did, we're Alamegans, then and now. The Empire was our enemy then, and now it's despair. Good words and deeds will serve us best in this fight. Weapons even an old man like me can yet wield. Cutscene! Also, I'm just gonna recognize Rodola. Please no. Thanks to the two of you, the missing villagers have finally been laid to rest, and I and the other silver griffins will redouble our efforts in preventing any further tragedies. I've finished checking the wares, sir. Everything is in order. Good work. Take a rest, lad. You've more than earned it. Keep this to yourselves, but Yervant's younger brother was a member of the Kurus Lupin. He's a extra sort of person we're trying to help. Like many others, he was reluctant to talk to us at first, but after we'd gained his trust, we were able to help him find work. He's taken to it well. Uh-oh. The music, like, instantly cut off. It's her. The butcher. Oh no. Traitors, all of us. Kinslayers, deserving of hate, death. Hate and death. Oh god. Calm down. No. Dude, no! Please! Get back! Get back! Dude, no! Ow! Stay away from her. Fordola saved your girl's life. I know, but she's... Long sighs. I had mints, but I don't know where I put them. It happened in an instant. That poor lad. But it had to be done. And without hesitation. It would have been much worse otherwise. If you go after Fordola and see to her wounds, I will do what I can here. It was all going so well, until it didn't. Oh, I can actually speak to the mum. Hi. She risked her life to save my daughter. Whatever she may have done, I owe her that. I want to thank the brave lady for rescuing me. Do you think I can see her again? Fordola, where you be at? Oh, there she is. I'm fine. Leave me be. I said I don't need your help. I'm a healer, let me do my job! God, you're like a dog with a bone. Go on then, and make it quick. A quarrel can't change their spots, and there's no washing the blood off its hands, nor would I, even if I could. Taking up Garlean steel was the first choice, but not the last. Like the first kill, the hardest. Every choice after that came easier and easier until I stopped counting, stopped caring. You tell yourself it's right. It's for the good, the greater good. You give the order. Feel the ground tremble as the cannons fire. And when the dust settles and you're on your own, you and your own men are buried beneath the rubble, you tell yourself, oh God. Me too. No! You mustn't give in. I won't let it take you. That man in the village, I saw his past. I'm the one who killed his brother. I'll be alright. Just need a moment. Can you wait for me? Oh my god, this is so good. All of the role quests have been amazing so far. Everything the skulls fought for, the sacrifices we made, the things we did, in the end, was for nothing. Sometimes I look back on the road I walked, and the bitterness I can still taste, and I wonder if I had grown up in another time, another place. I feel like a go to burp. Oh, there it is. Excuse me. Would I have done the same to a different people? Was it in me to be me? All I know is, everyone, you've been better off if I'd never been born. But I was. I dragged others into the hell of my own making. I remember those two brothers in particular, childhood friends of mine. The other one enlisted with me, but the younger. He would never have made it as a soldier. He was too kind, too good. Husband died in Spacla Imperius, but his brother is still out there somewhere. Not that I've got the courage to face him after what I did. I hope he's found the life he deserves. Not all of Castle Lupin at the towers died that day, though I know only for one of my visions that at least one survived. Cordriff. I'm glad he made it out, but too many others didn't. Too many others still need our help. I helped make this blasphemy, and by Ralgar I'll kill it, the bastard, if it's the last thing I do. Anyway, that's enough for out of me. I'll be heading back to the city to make my report. I suggest you do likewise. Alright. Welcome back. Ferdola's already given her account, but I'd like to hear yours too. So she almost turned into a beast herself. We'll have to take that into consideration before sending her out into the field again. As far as the events in Aragia are concerned, the two of you did well. Despite the appearance of several beasts, you were able to prevent any further casualties. However, this serves to confirm that which, with the connection to the Kalalukan, should be considered at risk of turning. Over the years, many of them have been drafted away from larger settlements and have taken to living in secret. Others made their way to Ul'dah as refugees, including some individuals of interest. As a result, we were working closely with the Immortal Flames to locate and offer support to those refugees in particular. In fact, I plan to make the journey there for an audience with the Sultana. Yay! You and Enema get back together. Woo! Once my preparations are complete, perhaps you might accompany me. I'm sure she'll be glad to see you. Yes! Let's see the Nanamo. Here to see Commander Eldin, I take it. This way, please. Our request for an audience with the Sultana has been accepted. Before we depart, I'll share what we have learned since last we spoke. The blasphemy continues to elude us, but all the while driving others to succumb to despair in turn. Even in even with Alamigo and Ulda forces searching for signs of the beasts and more potential victims. We've yet to discern a pattern in the chaos. Nevertheless, if our blasphemy is like others, its behavior is likely to detract by the portions of regrets of the man it once was. Therefore, any information concerning him and his life led up to this. May help us track him down before it strikes again. I don't want people to shun families like the Skulls any more than they already have. But the fact remains that the vast majority of the beasts have been born from them. They are the only ones at great risk of turning, without question. Mordola concerns me too. She came close to transforming once before, so I think it might be best if we keep her out of this, after all. Seems like a waste of a capable soldier. He deserves a chance to make amends. I'm inclined to agree with Amber. She should be able to resist the transformation, and has shown no signs of succumbing since then. If she wants to do her part, I say we let her. I'll protect your waifu, I promise. If only I could go instead. He cares! Actually, I was hoping you'd come with us to meet the Sultana. I believe she would benefit greatly from your understanding of the struggles our people face. You gain from experience too. While she's not the sort to brandish a sword and charge into battle, you'll soon discover she's a champion in her own area, as brave as any warrior. I doubt she'd have much to learn from the likes of me, but it would be an honor to make her acquaintance. Arnvold and I will go on ahead and wait for you at the Hastings Strip. We'll see you then and on. Alright. We get to see Nanamo. To Ulda. Papashan! Master Papashan is just telling me that Nanamo, or should I say Lady Lilra, has gone on another of her jaunts about the city. Oh, has she now? Though it's not my place to question her Grace's judgment, I do wish she had consulted me before running off on her own. And perhaps I'm overthinking it, but it's unlike her to keep guests waiting. If I may say so, with the blasphemies appearing throughout the land, it's a dangerous time to be going for a stroll. I suspect that may be the very reason she wishes to see for herself how the citizens fare in these trying times. Even so, it's downright reckless. We'll find her, though. No, I couldn't possibly allow such esteemed guests to... Come now. We're here on official business. But we're old friends. And as you may remember, I have a knack for tracking down Irents Sultanas. Some might say a knack is rather charitable. I should be glad to have your assistance. I'll take a look around here, quizzing the locals and giving me an opportunity to learn of recent events going on in Ul'dah. Well then, no time like the present, fear not. For with me on the case, this'll be over before you know it. He knows exactly where to look. And apparently so do I! Sapphire exchange, okay. She's in the bazaar shopping again. There's Rubon. I don't see Nano yet. It's been some time since I last cobbled these streets for the young Lilra. As a matter of fact, Papashan and I would compete to see which of us could find her first. As I recall, most of the contests ended in my favor. The trick, you see, is to look past the disguise and pay attention to the gestures and mannerisms. The thinnest movement that might give her away. Come, I'll show you how it's done. No, I'll show you how it's done. I know, I'll find her before you. Follow Rabon's lead and try not to fall behind, okay? And let me put RP walk on, because if I don't, I'll run too fast. She's from pressing the souls here. Okay, there's nobody here yet. She's not here. Where could she be? What if she's been abducted? Oh no, he's running. No one in these pots, perhaps? Oh god. I've never known her to be this elusive. Aw, he's so worried. That's odd. I've tried our usual hunts, so unless she's hiding inside a barrel or something equally nonsensical, she must be elsewhere. Gods, why does she choose now of all times to run off? What if she's been abducted or run afoul with a beast? There's no need to assume the worst. We should keep looking. Perhaps we could try asking her. There's no need to assume the worst. You're right. I know. It's hard. It's hard to not worry. Where could she be? Come to think of it, something Papacham said caught my ear. He thought Nanamo went to on this excursion because of the emergence of the blasphemy and the beasts. Them to better understand how her people are coping with the situation. So she'll be outside with the refugees. If so, she'd be driven to seek out the most desperate and distraught. Caroline, then? Might as well ask you to lead the way. I admit my ability to track missing persons may have dwindled somewhat. Okay. I'll watch your back while we search for full attention, okay? We shall all be walk again. Up by the Weavers Guild. I gotta walk there. I can't teleport. Oh, we've got talking spots. Oh boy! Well, we're not in the immediate obvious. Conditions here have improved considerably of late. Our Grace continues to support the rebuilding efforts in Garabania, which has led to creation of jobs and many of the locals, both here and on the other side of Bazar as well. Some say money can buy happiness, but they're never tried living without it. Those who call Perlane home never had the luxury of choice. The citizens poorest live here, and as such are at greater risk of turning. Knowing this, I expect Lilira came to learn of their plight. Okay. Is there a speech bubble down here? I might have missed. We're just gonna check. Because, you know, gotta get all the speech bubbles. I don't see one, so let's go back. We're gonna run into this again. In every society, there are haves and have-nots. The seldom is divide more sorely felt than here in Ul'dah. Many of the youths and bodied work for Lalarito as guards, though he earns more than in the afternoon than most will in a lifetime. Okay. Speak. Some say okay, you just said the same thing. Okay. Let's go. Thought you might say something different. Oh. Oh, it's playing happy music / goofy music. There she is! Lady Delura. Rabun! Whatever are you doing here? And Amber too. Oh, it's good to see you, but our meeting is not yet due. Due to commence for several bells. What is the meaning of this? We were worried, and with good reason. These are far dangerous times to be roaming about alone, Your Grace. Some things never change, but I assure you, I am quite capable of looking after myself. In my own city of all places. More importantly, I wish to observe firsthand how the people have been faring of late, that I might better prepare to participate in a discussion later. But I've finished. You will be comforted to hear? Then pray allow us to escort you to more amendable surroundings. Would you care to rest on my shoulder? Yes! Do it! Certainly not. You've already attracted more than enough attention. Cute. Has she changed back? Of course she has. And thank you for making the journey here during these difficult times. And it is a pleasure to properly make your acquaintance. On behalf of the people of Eorzea, allow me to express my sincerest gratitude for your continued dedication to our cause. Dedication? With respect, Your Grace, I'm just a soldier. Was a soldier. Still, I say, Commander Eldin would not make such a distinction, and neither will I. You are yet serve your people and have provided solace too many in Alamiga's most vulnerable. If we can deal with this threat, we must ourselves with knowledge. I understand you came bearing information regarding the blasphemy and its victims. We have indeed. Blah 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 blah. Hence, we need to locate the families of Kareth Lopin's members who have fled to Tonalon. There is no end of struggles faced by Alamigan refugees, and these who once pledged allegiance to the Empire are no exception. But rest assured that in spite of their pasts, all will be treated with an even hand. All will be afforded such aid as I am able to provide. Magnanimously as always, Your Grace. If I might be so bold, I have a question. What do you have in mind for those most at risk at undergoing the change? I believe there is but one recourse. Earnest and open dialogue. While some were born into the unmanageable wells, others suffer great hardships and observation. The circumstances of their birth and are beyond their control. Our fates subject to the whims of the gods, some would agree. I once thought myself a prisoner of my faith, a figurehead, helpless to watch on as my people, slaves, a powerless puppet. I wanted nothing more than to cast it aside, to free us all, but fill the fields for my naivete. And then was afforded a second chance for my pilgrimage. This world is unfair, terribly so, but we have the power to push back against the inequalities and injustice. It is not to overcome them on blessed occasion, to love our neighbor and share in life's bounties, to open our hearts and come together as one. Truer words were never spoken. But without a support of the people, such words are not but vain baptides. Thankfully, my recent attempts to make inroads with the monasteries have met with some success. Despite differing views on many subjects, we yet strive to find common ground. Common ground. We've been pouring all our efforts into aiding families of Lupin, and while it seems to help to a degree, some have still stumbled and turned. Of course, they are not the only ones that are in danger. Alamegans everywhere, wherever they are sighted on the Empire, fought for the resistance, or were caught in the middle. They have all suffered. They all wake up in the night, at times haunted by memories of death and despair. You know what can happen if those feelings are left to fester? legacy of the imperial occupation will not soon be forgotten, but rather than seeking to forget, mayhap it is necessary to remember, to acknowledge and accept the truth of it, that it may properly mourn those who they have lost. Aye, a remembrance. I propose we hold a memorial ceremony for those who died during the war. Everyone, no matter who they were or whatever they did, let them be loved, let them be hated, but above all, let them be remembered. And in remembering of the dead and in the horror and the sin, we are living in our Amigo may yet find a sliver of common ground. This is a noble sentiment, but bringing together people of all who have reason to distrust one another is a risk in flaming tensions. It could be a recipe for a disaster. Then again, I can't keep ignoring the myriad in the room and do nothing to address the situation. As long as we leave it to the individuals to decide whether or not they attend the ceremony, I think it's worth a try. Organizing an event on this scale will require a great deal of effort, so I'll offer my full support. Once you know what's needed, come to me and we'll put the plan into action. Obviously, some will back at the idea, which is perfectly understandable. So I'd listen to their opinions as well. After all, we want the ceremony to bring our Megans together. I was wondering, Your Grace, if I might ask you about your approach to, well, talking to people, winning them over, as you can tell, I am no politician. So I'd be grateful for any advice you could share with me. I would be delighted to. As a matter of fact, I have a number of matters I wish to discuss with you. And on that note, I suggest that you and I return to Amigo. Gonna let those two talk. Alright, I'm teleporting to the Amigo corner, yes. Bird. Anyone involved would make a good impression, and he's outdone himself. Not only has he found a new avenue in life to explore, but he's taken to it with considerable aplomb. And with his proposed memorial ceremony is bound to have its detractors. I have faith that many will come around, not all, but enough, I pray. For our part, we must stand at the ready, for whatever may occur, I shall send word if there are any developments. I'm going to take a little quick break there. So, where can I go that has nice music? We'll go to Ishgard, because I have to go back there anyway. To Foundation. Okay, so I'm gonna sit here and AFK for a little bit. I'll be right back. I'm back! Alright. Let's go see how Emmerich is doing. I'm getting real close. So, I think I have 88 and then 89 and then 90. So, 2 more quests with XP and then 1 without. So... I am in the wrong class. Fixed. Alright. Amber, you're ever a sight for sore eyes. Ill tidings, my friends. I dispatched the Temple Knights to find the clergymen who aided the Bishop Batrock's summoning attempt. Regrettably, when confronted, they all turned and had to be put down. Without their accounts, how are we to discern that the clone on Vandruns are the same individual? Maintaining the assumption that they are, perhaps we should instead consider how Vane Drew may have found his way to Porthos. According to Amber's vision, he was abandoned in Daz's law. But what did he do afterwards? There it is. But one way to discern the truth. We follow his trail. I shall go and search for the clone in Az's law. If he is still there, then we are dealing with a different individual. A splendid idea. We'll leave the floating continent in your capable hands. Meanwhile, Amber and I shall retrace Brandon's steps where he first appeared. Upon being found at the Central Highlands, he was taken to Camp Dragonhead, so let us begin by making inquiries there. Alright, we're gonna leave this area specifically last. Oh no. If it isn't the late Forshawn's dear friend, is there something you'd require? Ah yes, the mysterious man. I was among those who treated him. He was not attired for the snow, much less the snowstorm, in which he had been caught, and was suffering from frostbite. When people are extremely cold, they are mistakenly feel that they are warm and disrobe. That might explain his state of undress. Your exchange with Null has taught you about Burton's state when he was found. Okay. Investigating the stranger we found, are you? I wasn't involved myself, so I can't tell you much about the fellow. But in any case, if it is of interest, earlier the same day I caught sight of an airship flying dangerously low. It seemed to disappear into the bluing snowstorm, looking none too steady. Your exchange with Thurum has taught you about an airship flying low. Okay. It is an honor to receive you. What brings you to our humble camp this day? An injured man who was found in the wilds. Yes, I know of the one. I was the patrol that chanced into him north of here at Previance Point. He was unconscious and in a bad way, and we hurried bore him back to camp. After doing what we could for him, we sent him onto the city. Exchange what Jarl has taught you where Varens was found. Okay. There you are. Were you able to learn aught of interest? Yep. Nope. A mysterious man found collapsed after an airship seen flying low. Yes. The accounts I heard were consistent with yours. I, for one, am curious about the fate of this unknown airship. To that end, I have arranged a pair of black chocobos for this unknown airship. To that end, I have arranged more effective to scour the area. I mean, I have my own chocobo. We shall continue our search to the Province Point, where Valens was seen to be found. Okay? If you're ready, let us be off. Out. I mean, my chocobo can fly too. Just saying. Nothing so far. Let us continue northwest. Oh hey, there's a cave. I don't think I've been up here. At this side of the map, anyway. There be. By the Fury. It's the blasphemy. Nope. Echo time! His Eminence must protect His Eminence. I'm finally awake. Alone may be praised. How are you feeling? Strong enough to speak? Can you tell me your name? My name is Sephiroth? Zephrint? No, Camerbert. Or was it Vulcan? Or Principal? I can't pronounce all those names. So many names swirling in my mind, and voices that reject them. Is there none that will accept? Are you alright? Verdrune? My name is Verdrune. Well, now. That's the same as this, as our infirmary. I dare say fate has guided you here, guided you to us. So, Verdrune, if you're feeling a little up for a little conversation, can you tell me about yourself? Anything else you remember? Anything at all? Proud son of House Desmold, Nate, a devout servant of Helone, whose lives for the rush of battle, the pleasure in afflicting pain, the afflictions of maiden, the intentions of maidens, to fight beside my brother in arms, a low-born runt whose every effort went unawarded, whose very name disqualified him from ever leading the Temple Knights. But his eminence raised me up, granted me a place at his side. From that day forward, I pledged my sword to his service, pledged my very being, my life, to be offered up in defense of his. I am a knight of the Heaven's Ward, sworn to protect and serve the Archbishop. Oh, you're a knight? Forgive me if that sounded rude, but I had no idea, and while I realize your memories may be a bit muddled, I'm afraid you must be... I must inform you that the Heaven's Ward you have... that the Heaven's Ward have not been seen in quite some time, and are presumed dead, and the Archbishop. No, he was certainly not. He is most certainly no longer of this world. But the important thing is that you're safe now. And we can help you get back on your feet. Speaking of which, let me bring you some food and water. You must be absolutely famished. The Archbishop dead? No. No, this can't be. How can I still be alive when he is not? I must find him. Amber? Oh. For the glory of King Thornton. Another vision, I take it? Yep. Let's make for Ishgard. I expect that Lord Artwell will return soon, if he hasn't not already. And we should both be glad to hear your tale. I don't know what I'm humming. Heading to the surgery room. Should be glad to show you in. Yep. Amber, I pray your search for is more productive than my own. Everyone is here? Excellent. So, were you able to find our clone in Azaslaw? Nay. But I discarded a Colossian remained. How fared you with your own efforts in the Central Highlands? In the course of retracing Vaindrone's steps, we came upon a wrecked Solent. I suspect he found a vessel abandoned in Azaslaw and tried to use it to return to Ishgard. But he crashed en route and was subsequently rescued by the patrol at Camp Dragonhead. So it would seem. And the Archbishop's airship was not the only thing we found. Profine Fernier was there too. The creature chose to flee, but not before Amber had another vision of Verdrun's past. Go on, my friend, share with us what you witnessed. All the pieces fit, and it is as you surmised, my lord. Veldrune was the clone of one and the same, and in its despair he is turned into a blasphemer. Yet the confusion he exhibited when asked his name, 'tis as if he wasn't sure who of his own identity. According to the science, primals retain the memories of their previous incantations. From this, we can be assured that the clone harbors the memories of those who became King Thornton and his Knights 12. Though he struggled to rekindle these conflicting memories, he managed to settle on the name Vendrunes. The voice within were clearly in argument when facing Amber, the mere sight of whom drove the blasphemy to flee. Above all, however, they share in the desire to protect the Archbishop. This desire is snared into Vendrune's very being, and when we learned of that, he is no longer had a purpose. The Heaven's Words took up arms against us and Ishgard. By their hand were we robbed of one of our finest knights and a dear friend. Even so, I would not wish such a terrible fate upon them. You're too nice, because I would. Affect them. They killed my boy, okay? I'm not happy with it. Not at all. I've not gotten over Horsefall now, Merc. Revenge was sought and achieved, but anyway, the self-same fate inflicted upon full many clergymen, and a fate I fear ordinary citizens will succumb to if we fail to act. The people will not soon forget the betrayal of the church's leadership, nor should they. But absent of comfort and stability once afforded them by an institution, many have become lost, and are all too vulnerable to despair. The church is still a source of comfort. The people don't need to forget, they need to move forward. Yeah, epic music. I thought as much myself, my friend, but to hear you say it is as well indeed. When the ground upon which we stand crumbles, we must find the strength to move forward, even should it cause us pain to do so. Lord Ertrol, at the next session, I shall call for an incumbents council to be held. My lord, such a gathering of reservations for... Oh, you intend for the church to confide new dictate? Since the separation of religion and state, we have reformed for interfering with the church's affairs. If the church is to remain a part of Ishgardian society and continue serving the people, it must be reconsidered its role and formally addressed recent revelations. I would call for this council not as a Lord Speaker, but as a humble urchin of the faith. Long had I considered whether such measures were necessary, but lacked the courage to set them in motion. And now I now have it thanks to you. I shall tend to the necessary preparations. Among other things, we must needs reach out to those of the clergy who are amenable to reform, and I ask for your patience in the meantime. Alright, last heal our crest with XP, let's go! I might have to do a dungeon, just to get them up to 90. Ah, Amber. Owing to Lord Emmeric's swift action, I am pleased to say that the encumbering council will be soon held. In case you are aware, the council is the highest assembly in the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. Its purpose is to debate and decide upon doctrine. The previous one was held no less than 80 years ago, and 44 archbishops have since come and gone. As such, most Ishgardians know little of it save that which they have read in the historical records. Traditionally, the archbishop and the members of the Sunt would meet behind closed doors. In light of Bishop Vorkdok's fate, however, this time the doors will be thrown open to the public. Indeed, for the first time in history, all men and women of the faith may have a hand in snapping the mission of the teachings of the Church. 'Tis my hope that that you will all also join us in this endeavor. Declan Clem, allow me to express my gratitude for your efforts in facilitating the council. We appreciate the difficulty of your position. It merely heeds my conscience of my faith, my lord. Acting in Bishop Verton's stead, I shall do all within my power to see that the church may serve the people once more. Where's the Lord Speaker, if I may ask? Stepped out for a moment, saying that he wished to gather his thoughts ahead of the council. The hour draws nigh, however. amber, I shall proceed to the vault with the good Durkin. In the meantime, may I ask you to find Lord Emmerich? He should be in the Lost Vigil, I believe. Is he going to be at Fort Tom's Manor? He's going to be at Fort Tom's Manor. Nope. I mean, pretty close to it. He's admiring the scenery. This is you, my friend. Is it time already? I see. My apologies for making you come and fetch me. No apologies necessary. I've been thinking, Amber, on the path I've chosen to walk, and on those who have been left behind as my consequence of my actions. Those who died fighting, those buried with boundless grief, those deprived of position and purpose. Like any nation, Ishgard is made up of the desperate souls with desperate beliefs, without an enemy to unite us. We recall our differences when we once set aside out of necessity, and find us amongst our old friends, new ideological foes. Can you put a statue here? I find like this empty space bothers me. I don't want a statue there. The future I envisioned is far more difficult to secure than I ever imagined. What must I do for our people to live in harmony? For our nation to move forward as one? Such questions I have been pondering. And I should begin making our way to the council. Shall we continue our conversation while we walk? Yes. Love that. Ready? Let us be about it. If agreed, I would like to look in on Fort Tom's Manor. I knew he'd say that. Damn it. Fine. I mean, it was gonna happen. I knew going to the Ishgard area was we were gonna bring up this conversation. This topic was going to be approached at some point. It was only a matter of time. It feels like another age, that you and yours were no more than foreign wards of House Fortones. And in actual fact, it may be considered so. For your coming set in motion a chain of events that brought an end to the Dragonsong War, ushering a new age of harmony. You paved the way for meaningful change in our nation. And for that you shall ever have my gratitude. Yeah then. Shall we continue on to the archives? Okay. Architects. King Thornton and his Knights 12. The murders of Rotatusker. Since the truth of their ancient crime came to light, many have demanded that these images be torn down. Yet though what our fledgling fathers did was wrong, neither is it right that to simply expunge them and their deeds from history. To do so would be to deny our people's part in what followed for 1,000 years. We have a chance to forge a new future, but we as a nation must decide how we confront our past. Forgive me, I'm lost in thought yet again. Let us join Dirk and Clem as at the vault. Oh boy, I remember doing the vault for the first time. I actually think on it, when I did this, I RP walked up the stairs. It's like, let's go, I'm ready. Didn't know what was going to happen. And there you are, my friends. The council is about to convene. Let us take to our place in the audience hall. Esteemed members of the clergy and honoured adherents of the faith, I thank you for your attendance. In recent days, our nation has been racked with a series of tragedies. Those among us who do Halone's work have been transformed into abominations. This dreadful phenomenon has been brought about by the final days, and it is upon our despair and anguish that it feeds. Thus, if we are to prevent further tragedy, we must strive to ensure all Ishgardians, clergymen, and citizens alike abide with peace and love for one another in their hearts. To that end have I called this in council, the first in generations, that we might together determine a path forward for the church and our society as a whole. Since antiquity, the Ishgardian Orthodox Church served for the people in two respects: as a fury's spear to strike at the heart of the dragonkind, and as the fury's shield to safeguard the soul of men. But now that we are at peace with the Dravanians, the church no longer needs serve as a spear. And so we must now reconsider how we might better serve as a shield to our brethren. A hierarchy must be reformed. For that we need accountability. Election must be stripped by rank and minimum, and investigations conducted, trials held. If the evidence is sufficiently damning, then we may turn our attention to the doctrines of lies. As our predecessors did before us, we of the Seert have ever sought to interpret the scriptures to the best of our abilities, and was confined Halone's will to the people. Such fervent pursuit of retribution at the expense of the doctrines would come also at the expense of our faith. Oh, I reckon it. Oh, no, never mind. Have we won a war only to lose our souls? Oh, Halone, are we outside your grace? Uh-oh. This bodes ill. At this rate, someone might turn. Since the war's end, the church and the faithful have stood at a crossroads, unable to take the next step forward. His Grace Bishop Vertrax, may he walk in Halone's halls, was once such soul, and in his longing for simpler times, he resorted to using forbidden magics, and he succumbed to despair. No! If I could reach back in time, I could prevent it from happening. In our minds we rejoice the lies upon which our nation was built, but in our hearts we yearn for the righteousness. Misguided though it was, they gave us comfort and a purpose for so long. So let us not forget who we were. Let us confront the mistakes of the past and learn from them, and then that we do not repeat the mistakes of our forefathers. As firmly as we believe in our sacred duty, we struggle to accept the Church's deception and embrace change. The legacy of Torden weighs heavily, and their temptations simply cast it aside like a mantle that suits us no longer. Yet that would dishonor the sacrifice of those who went before, countless souls who served the people in purest intent. And so heavy though it may be, let us together bear this burden as we set forth anew. Our friend Amber risks life and limb to reveal the truth to us. The truth that our legends and our scriptures were tainted by betrayal, and not wholly corrupted. Though the great walls and towering spires in our city may have been built with murder and deception, they rest upon a foundation immutable and true. Our devotion to Halone, whom we have worshipped since before our forefathers' settlement to these lands. The Church is a front of practical wisdom, and its teachings guide us in our daily lives. Such things define our fate, no less than the lies. We can acknowledge our sins without renouncing our religion. Aye. And without rejecting who we are. A compromise review and scriptures, as well as historical that literature will be necessary. Revisions as appropriate must be made to ensure that the truth of the past is preserved for future generations. With our peerless knowledge of the Church style, I dare say none is better suited to leading the effort than you. I also expect that many eyes will be required to pore over all the tomes, and I would know many idle men and women of faith who would jump at the chance to do Halone's work once more. The day is so very long ago. I had no answer for my father's words. It seems the people had it within them all along. RP walking. The council went better than I had dared hope. Truly. Her details remain to be decided. It was a rousing success. The words helped everyone find common ground. I know not how to thank you. Much credit must go to Amber. In the face of great hardship, never did she hesitate to press on, and our people have not forgotten this. Oh, you give me too much credit. You really do. Indeed. Well do I remember the day you flew into Ishgard upon a dragon's back. In making possible the impossible, you inspired us all. In you we can glimpse the fury, a vision of courage, and in face of uncertainty, looking to your example. We shall endeavor to bring about change to the Church for the future of all Ishgardians. There will, of course, still be those souls who struggle to rise above the melee of despair, but my fellows and I shall be there to take their hand in faith and love. For what is faith if not salvation? Well, I'd best return to the cathedral. We have much more to do. But ere I forget, I have tracked down that which you've requested. Some repairs will be necessary, but it will be seen to with all haste. What you doing? Finding a certain item, you see. A secret weapon, one might say. Given that what we know about Fernir, I suspect it will be of great use in our hunt. Once the repairs are complete, they shall be ready to strike. With the church having reached an accord with the people, the risk of more clergymen turning is greatly diminished. We may now focus entirely on the blacksmith. Tis time we free Fern of this torment. Rest while you can, Amber, for I dare say the coming battle will demand the best of us. I'm locked off. Alright. Back to Garabania. I'm so close. I'm not gonna get it. I've got like 2 more quests to do as a healer. I'm gonna get locked out again. But it's fine. I think a quick fate will level me up. Which is good. Kitty! Nope. I am going the wrong way. Where am I going? I'm lost! Help! This way! I'm not lost anymore. I love my kitty mouse. My kitty mouse is so cute. Plop. Plop. Okay. Back to Scholar. Here you are. Ember Commander Aldin has been asked to me to convey you to the following information. At present, we are looking into reports of the missing relatives of Kelly Lupin with cooperation from the Silver Griffins. We're currently searching for any clues on their whereabouts. Thanks to the concerting efforts of Rigfried and the others, the general public will be willing to cooperate in our investigation. Though many still harbor feelings of distrust for their collaborators and their kin, they've grown more receptive to our cause on a whole. Arnval's Anvil's been making steady progress in preparing for the memorial ceremony. He plans to host a meeting between various community leaders and go over the finer details. In fact, I was wondering whether you could assist in delivering invitations. If you could spare some time, you should be able to find him in the American district. Anyway, that's all for now. I have a few matters to attend to, so if you'll excuse me, dozy calls. Okay, right. We're going to the Aether. Hey, I got the whale! Da da da. Thanks for coming. You should come to no surprise that I was planning a memorial ceremony for the whole bloody nation would keep a man busy. But by Relger, this is something else. The hardest part has been gathering information on those who died in the war, especially when it comes to the skulls and their conscripts. And they're the ones who we need to treat most carefully. If we don't acknowledge their crimes to our kin in all their painful truth, then we do a deliverance of their victims, living and dead. But if we let the people paint them as monsters who did monstrous things we believe we must never do, then we protrude a different but no less dangerous line. As preparing for the event itself, I'll be holding a meeting with members for each of the settlements around Garibonia. I sent invitations to more than to most of them already, but I was hoping that you'd help me with the last two. There's the Mouse Noom and the Peering Stones and Celtracia in Nelia. I'll give you one each. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they refused, considering how their people suffered at the hands of the skulls. But I hope we can remind them that deep down, we are all just people trying to survive, to protect our loved ones. We may be driven by we may have driven the Empire from our lands, but not long ago we has held fast to the grudges born of their attempts to divide and set us against one another. We'll never be free of their legacy of their legacy of cruelty. With that in mind, I've included an account of my expertise to the Silver Griffins and the people I met, victims, collaborators, their friends and their families, men and women who lived through it all, survivors. Even if they were refused to join the ceremony, at the very least they will know that, hopefully, understand our reason for holding the event. Granted, it is not much practice in writing important letters, but I think they'll get the message. You being the one to deliver them will make a world of difference, I'm sure. Take care, wouldn't you? Okay. Lots of reading. Greetings, friend. It's been too long since we last spoke. What brings you to my village? Invitation. So the rumors are true. I need not read this letter in full to know its contents. I understand Verkford's volunteers are working in support of families who lost in war, which few will deny is a worthy cause, but to include the relations of the Colonel Lookham. The skulls watched the emperors slay us in our thousands, and still they turned their cloaks and fought for our oppressors. And you would ask us to mourn their deaths of these curs alongside their victims? If I were right to be angry and refuse, Sarnville only wishes for you to read his account before coming to a decision. I'm not going with the long answer, just read the bloody damn letter. To dismiss it out of hand would be discounted very low. Family. this my family, and I know all too well the responsibility that brings. I would do anything to protect them, anything. Loyalty, pride, constance, my very soul. All are meaningless if I cannot ensure the safety of those I love. I suspect some skulls had been faced with the self-same choice, but to see how their kin suffered, I cannot say I do not understand, though I wish I did not. Their crimes will never be forgiven, but they cannot be. But I and the others who were willing can offer prayers to those tormented souls, and the men they could have been. I accept the invitation, not a brief entry as dim as noon. Though I might put the question to my people that they may decide for themselves. I am eager to make the acquaintance of the person who wrote this letter. He is not wont to turn a blind eye to the bitter truth, painful though it is to confront. The meeting will be a perfect opportunity to take his measure. Oh boy. Pressure. I'm bringing the pressure. I can't teleport here, fine. Come, Argos. We must away. Welcome. To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit? I have a letter for you. Here you go. Then it is as I suspected. There have been rumors as such a ceremony would take place among the... You have traveled far to make this invitation. I must decline. I cannot mourn the loss of the fallen if the ceremony are to be counted among them. Like they chose to aid the Gallian oppressors, killing and bleeding for those who would plague our lands, cowards and traitors all. And are we to assume that the Quandra who died fighting for the Empire will be honored as well? If so, it is more reason for us to refuse. Oh boy. This is your right, and no one can say otherwise. I come to present a letter and ask for you read it in full. Armville understands and accepts that you might refuse. He only requests the only request was that you read his account and then decide. Reads the letter. God damn it. If you insist. Thinking. No one has spared suffering in this occupation, not the resistance, not the collaborators, not the families, but both no more. So many would die in shame and ignominy, having sold their souls, only to lose everything. It's tragic. It is a tragedy and a lesson. If they are to forgotten, then the lesson of their folly is forgotten. For the sake of this land we call home, I join in the remembrance and implore my people to do the same. In mourning may we strengthen our ties with our neighbors as well by together facing our past, we can build a foundation of lasting peace and prosperity. It would be an honor to attend a proposed meeting. I look forward to personally thanking your friend Arnpo for his declaration. I and my peers have much to learn from the example he has set. Oh, big shoes! Alright. Hey, it's a new outfit. Right, back to the... So how did it fare in the fringes? It said that about me. It's rare for me to get such as a glowing praise, especially from the renowned leaders of Sosesha and Marmsus. More importantly, though, they agreed to attend the meeting, and I got you to thank for that. After all, I imagine it's hard to turn down an invitation when it's hand-delivered by the warrior of life herself. Before I got ahead of myself, though, I must remember that it is only the beginning. Bringing everyone together is one thing. Coming to an agreement is an extremely divisive issue. Is a different kettle of fish entirely, as Her Grace is quick to point out. But as she has taught me, if our cause is just and our hearts are true, those of like mind will surely answer the call. And answer it they have. While they are bound to be difference of opinion, I am sure there will be nothing we can't overcome if we put our minds to it. To that end, I was hoping that you could join us if you have time to spare. There are still a few loose ends, Rickfeed and I need to tie up before we will, so we'll meet you in the palace as soon as you can. Just having you there will make a world of difference, and whew. How long have I been streaming? 3 hours. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm gonna call it a stream. I think that sounds like a good plan. My voice is getting a little tired, and I still got one more stream to do today, which is not going to be 14. So I'll be streaming again later today at 6 o'clock, roughly. So yeah, please look forward to that. In the meantime, let's see if I can find somebody to raid real quick. Who's on? I know who I'm raiding. I know who I'm raiding. Ah, looks like he just started too. Perfect. Perfect. Alright guys, I'll see you all later. Thank you for joining me. It's lovely having you here. If you have been lurking this long, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you again for Best Wife Pam for the raid. I really appreciate it. You are best bean. I will see you all later. Bye!
Hey, Amber, let's go. Amber, thank you so much for the raid. Really do appreciate that. I hope you had a really good stream. And chat, if you don't know Amber, what are you doing? Hope you've been very, very well. And Jane, welcome in, my husbando. Now, is this the way I'm supposed to be going? Oh, no. Oh, I'm supposed to be going under. Come on, Storp. We gotta go under, my boy. Really do appreciate the raid. Thank you so much, Amber. His fat little legs. Stort. I'm sorry, but you're a chunky boy. You'll survive. Best wife, welcome in. Brought in on the raid. Ahoy. Hello, welcome in. Hope you've had a good day so far, best wife, and also Amber. Hey, guys. I missed the stream yesterday. Will it be on YouTube? Chat. Yes, indeed. A Final Fantasy video will be going up later today at 5 PM. I hope you enjoy the video. We had a lot of fun yesterday with Twitch chat controlling everything I do within Final Fantasy. We might have even done a Tataru cosplay. Maybe. So that'll be out of 5 as normal for everyone. That's really cool. Welcome in 2-0 though. But I've had it really cool. My brain was exploding when the sunset woke up as a Garlean. Ooh. Yeah, not bad. I did this stream this morning and raided Amber. Then lurked in there until I found myself here. Well, welcome in. Hope you're well. We are with the boots. Now, I'm wondering what else they're going to want me to test out. Because we done their food. We also tried out their clothing. I don't know what other you would want me to test out. Search your surroundings for running way. You may use the camera and zoom it in and out. Alright, this is going to become Hitman. Get your weapons ready. Where are they? Alright, shoot to kill. Shoot to kill. Do not leave. No witnesses. Bang. Headshot. What? Hold on. Is it going to let me know who? There he is. Alright, target is inbound. Assuming Loperoy position. That might be running way. Ooh. Get him. Get him. Oh, got him. Yes. Get. Oh, that's smart. If it's meant to be a joke, this isn't funny. It's funny to me. Strike running way with a mouse ball. Damn straight. It had to be running way because he was running. Kinda sus on main, if you say. Going on, my little rabbit. How are you going? Yes, I'm running way. Do you mind explaining why you hit me in the face with your balls? Excuse me. How was I meant to do that? Of mouse flesh. Yes, that was me. Ah, I'm highly knowledgeable about the final days. Oh, that's the most ridiculous thing I've heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? It was all chat. As long as we got the time to look into the final days when there's so much to do before the great voyage. Yes, I'm sorry. It's true that Hardlin did impart to us some knowledge of the event, but I know about as much as any other loperoid over around here, so let's probably. I don't know why you would think it's funny to go around telling people I'm an expert, but they better hope I don't get my paws on them. Right, a little bit sus there. Sorry, I couldn't be more of help, but if there's nothing else, I've got work to do. Right, come on. Why is that not working? Oh, not again. Not again. Not again! Ah! It's alive! It's well! Thank you. Ammo, thank you so much for the follow as well. And Amber, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Hit him again. If I get the opportunity to... I'll give him a little slap. I will give him what he needs. Now, running away's a little bit sus, isn't he? Let's continue on, chat. The plot thickens. Ooh. That was already the quest, or the aliens they're contacting.